I learned the hard way dailies against wheel or Wookiee spin. Here's why never to put wheel heroes in your dailies. And I'm going to share with you a strategy that I do from long time. Maybe I think it's going to be interesting how people to split their resources. Obviously it's going to have some spending for the wheel. It can be in form of gems, but dailies for sure you have to spend there. So what I'm doing there, the first thing is whale heroes appear at one point, so don't waste your dailies there. What I mean by that is you're going to see in the dailies basically all the heroes, but there is a difference between those heroes. One of the heroes is from the strongest world, like Li Kuan, Li Shanyan. Some of the heroes are from the Wookiee spin, like for example Kuma, Nea, and for example Falgrim. So there is a different way how these heroes can be getted, but all of them can be getted from the daily deals. Obviously the strongest world heroes is going to appear later in Call of Dragons, I think at the end of the season, something like this. So far we didn't actually have Li Kuan here, but we was having Kuma. So what is the difference here? In the Wookiee spin you can select Kuma, but you're not going to have Li Kuan in the Wookiee spin. You can easily see the heroes because you may not be in this season, these heroes is not familiar, you're not familiar with these heroes. You can just go over the skills and by clicking the plus, it's going to show you from where this hero can be getted. For example, for Mu Xiang, this is overall hero and you can get this hero as an epic one, and you can buy the pack to make this hero a legendary one. So Mu Xiang can be from universal tokens. Maybe Mu Xiang is not the right hero, but let's say Bertrand. If I go over the skills and I click the plus, you're going to see this hero is available in the Wookiee spin. So every time the Wookiee spin appear, you have a chance to have this hero there and you can select it and do some whales and maybe get the hero. My personal strategy in the Wookiee spin is just doing the 10 spins and get these 5 hits for sure for the hero. If I get lucky, I get lucky. But this is for the Wookiee spin heroes. Now some heroes, obviously I'm going to point Tohar, which is generation 2, the other mage that is in the strongest world. If you go over the skills, you're not going to see Wookiee spin here. It's going to be strongest world. And for majority of the people, even the people who is buying the daily deals, it's going to be very hard to compete with Krakens, with other whales. If you're, for example, WoW spender, or maybe you're close to mid or mid spender, it's very difficult to compete there. And my personal suggestion is don't compete there. Save your speed ups and go for the city skin. I think this is maybe the most educated decision somebody can make in Call of Dragons. If they're lacking resources, just save them and go get the city skin. But from the strongest world, you're not going to be able to get this hero. So you're not going to be able, but it's going to be extremely hard. It's going to be extremely hard. So you have a dialogue with Tohar. I think every hero is having this thing. By the way, for Lilia, if I remember right, since she's only from the VIP, and for the Husk, you're going to get universal generation 1 tokens. Or universal tokens, I don't remember quite well. Or you can use universal hero tokens over Tohar. So what does this have to do with the dailies and Wookiee spin? Well, the answer is simple. If this hero is way more hard to be getted and is not going to be available in the Wookiee wheel or Wookiee spin, better focus your daily over this hero just to get Tohar, and don't focus your daily deals over Bertrand. Now you may think, okay, but I want to first awake Bertrand and after this awake Tohar. The moment you're awaking Bertrand, you're still going to have Wookiee spin available as an event, but you're not going to have Tohar there. So this is the issue there, that you're going to awake Bertrand, and after this you have to pick some other hero from the Wookiee spin to continue. If you want to balancely or bring balance in your spendings and in the same time have these 2 heroes and work over these 2 heroes together, just put Tohar in the daily deals and put Bertrand from the Wookiee spin. Obviously, you're going to get Toher more faster from the Wiki Spin from the Bertrand, just because you're going to have daily Toher deals. But you can put, for example, Bertrand also in the VIP. I mean, every day you're going to receive like 2 shards. Maybe it's going to be even better or better to actually put Toher here, just to get the expensive hero way more faster, awaken it from the other hero. Obviously, currently I'm working over Thunderlin. This hero is from Wiki Spin. It's not a hard hero to be get it, but I only need Thunderlin at this moment. The other hero is Muxiang that I currently level up. And after I finish my Mage Legions, maybe I'm going to focus over Kuma. Kuma is still needing a lot of work, but still Kuma is like Thunderlin. He is from the Wiki Spin. So if I have like 2 heroes from the Wiki Spin, obviously I'm going to make my prioritization where this where the tokens are go. And yeah, currently I can actually go and exchange. I have so many generation 4 tokens, but I'm waiting for the mages, so these tokens are saved right now. I really hope the game actually brings some very decent mages. So this is actually the danger that you can end up just by going first for the Wiki Spin. Sometimes the Wiki Spin hero is better from the strongest ward, but if you want to focus over these 2, and I can say this thing for the latest infantry, I think Kuma is better from Li Kuan, period. So if you don't want to end up with a hero from your daily deals and not available anywhere else except the strongest ward, just pick a balance between from which place how many tokens you're getting for the 2 heroes that are you're currently working on. Now let's talk about where the things are more expensive, and I think from my personal overview is the daily deals is more expensive because the whales, first of all, you can go with gems, but even if you don't decide to not actually go with gems and just go for the bundles there, it's still more cheap to actually go with the Wiki Spin from these buying daily bundles. With Wiki Spin, for sure you're going to have 3 spins for free, and from there you only need like 7 more spins and you're going to hit the 10 spins and you're going to get some extra heads there. So we saw that the dailies is one idea more expensive from the Wiki Spin. So what kind of planning you can do? And I think by saving the dailies for non-wheel heroes is the right way, and which heroes should be picked. And in my opinion, it should be a meta heroes. Now, from the strongest ward, I can point to a meta hero right now. This is Goresh, one of the best heroes in the Call of Dragons. He's not in Wiki Spin. The other hero I can actually point right now is Muxiang. Even though she's not from the strongest ward, you can get her from the dailies. She's not going to appear in the Wiki Spin. The other hero maybe is going to be Magrat. Magrat is also not from the Wiki Spin. She's from the strongest ward. An extremely valuable hero that can be paired with different type of heroes, even different type of troops, and still is going to perform absolutely crazy on the battlefield. So I think people get the idea, or at least I hope people get the idea. If they're going for the daily and Wiki Spin, which one to be for Wiki Spin heroes and which one to be for strongest ward heroes. Like this, you're going to just save some money in the process, and not having a thinking, okay, what to actually put in the Wiki Spin because I already awake my Wiki Spin hero. So don't forget to like this video, guys. Also subscribe if you're new to this channel. Let me know in the comments your personal opinion. Do you have some splitting between your investment in the daily bundles? Do you have some splitting in the whales? Do you have some tokens so when the whale come to have something that you can use to hit the 10? Right now I actually don't have. I just check right now, I don't have it. So most likely I have to buy some Wiki Spin bundles there. But yeah, share me your plans in this direction. I'm curious to know. I wish you a great day and see you in the next video.